Good morning. As the sun rises over cities across America, millions of people are starting their day, checking the news, and wondering what's next for the country. Today is November 6, 2025. It's a date that may seem ordinary, but it comes at a time of extraordinary political absurd and economic tension. Former President Donald Trump has just delivered a major economic speech and participated in a high-profile interview, both of which are making headlines this morning. These events aren't just routine appearances, they offer a rare window into Trump's current thinking, his priorities, and his possible plans for the future, whether in politics or beyond. His words have an immediate impact, rippling through his party, influencing financial markets, and shaping the national conversation in ways few others can. Understanding what he says, and how he says it, is crucial for anyone trying to make sense of today's complex political landscape. Right now, the nation faces a period of economic uncertainty. Many Americans are worried about their jobs, their savings, and the future of their communities. Businesses are closing, and families are feeling the pressure. In his speech, Trump directly addressed these widespread fears. He offered his own solutions, sharply criticized the current administration's policies, and promised a different path forward. Meanwhile, political shifts are underway across the country, with new leaders taking charge in key places like New York City, signaling possible changes in direction at both local and national levels. Trump's reaction to these changes highlights the ongoing culture wars and the deep divisions that continue to shape American society. The country remains split on many issues, from social policy to the role of government. In Washington, gridlock has become the norm. With a government shutdown looming, lawmakers are struggling to find common ground, and the stakes couldn't be higher. As a leading Republican figure, Trump's voice carries enormous weight in these debates. His statements can set the agenda, rally supporters, and put pressure on both allies and opponents. His opinions have the power to energize his base, sway public opinion, and force elected officials to respond, whether they agree with him or not. The recent interview offers a rare glimpse into the strategies and behind-the-scenes maneuvering that are shaping the direction of Congress and the broader political landscape. The policies and political battles playing out today aren't just headlines. They will have real lasting effects on families, workers, and communities across the nation for years to come. Debates over trade, Senate rules, and presidential power aren't just abstract. They have real-world consequences that touch every American's life, from the price of goods to the strength of our democracy. By carefully analyzing Trump's statements and the reactions they provoke, we can better understand the powerful forces at play in our country right now. Ultimately, these choices, made by leaders and shaped by public debate, will determine the direction of the nation and what it means for you, your family, and the future we all share. In a recent interview, Donald Trump delivered a forceful and highly charged response to the election of New York City's new mayor, making headlines across the country. Trump didn't hold back, labeling the progressive leader a communist and warning that this shift in leadership could spell disaster for the city he once called home. He argued that the mayor's plans to raise taxes on the wealthy and big businesses would have dire consequences, predicting that these policies would drive away the very people and companies that fuel New York's economy. According to Trump, higher taxes would force businesses to relocate, leading to widespread job losses and a shrinking tax base, ultimately hurting everyday New Yorkers. He painted a bleak and ominous picture of New York's future, suggesting that the city could face economic decline and social unrest under the new administration's progressive agenda. Trump also took aim at the mayor's support for defunding the police and implementing more lenient criminal justice reforms, arguing that these changes would undermine public safety. He warned that such policies could lead to a surge in crime, making neighborhoods less safe and leaving residents feeling vulnerable in their own city. Trump's message was clear. He believes these progressive policies are not just misguided, but dangerous, putting the city's future at risk. For Trump, this isn't just a political attack, it's deeply personal. His long history with New York, from building his real estate empire to becoming a public figure, shapes his perspective. New York City was the foundation of Trump's brand and identity, making the city's direction a matter of pride and legacy for him. By calling the mayor a communist, Trump is framing the upcoming election as more than just a local contest. It's a battle over the soul of America, a national struggle between competing ideologies. In this narrative, Trump positions himself as a staunch defender of capitalism and traditional American values, standing firm against what he sees as the rising tide of socialism in one of the nation's most iconic cities. After his recent criticism of New York's leadership and policies, a pressing question emerges for both the city and the nation. Can New York and Washington truly find common ground and cooperate, or are they destined for ongoing conflict and gridlock? Trump has expressed deep skepticism about the possibility of New York City and the federal government working together effectively, especially given the current political climate. He points to the widening ideological gap between local and federal leaders, suggesting that their differences are simply too vast to overcome through negotiation or compromise. Trump has predicted that fierce battles will erupt over federal funding, which remains absolutely vital for maintaining and upgrading New York's aging infrastructure. He has also hinted that his political allies in Washington will closely scrutinize every aid request from New York, potentially delaying or even denying much-needed support. This heightened scrutiny could put major public works projects at risk, stall economic development, and even trigger a financial crisis for the city if funding dries up. Trump also foresees a major clash over regulations as New York continues to enact strict local rules that often conflict with the broader goals and policies set by Washington. He argues that this ongoing regulatory conflict creates a climate of uncertainty for businesses and investors, ultimately hindering economic growth and job creation in the city. According to Trump, a truly functional relationship between New York and Washington requires a foundation of trust and mutual respect, qualities he believes are currently missing from both sides. His comments frame New York's leadership as adversarial and combative, making any path toward compromise or collaboration seem increasingly difficult and unlikely. In Washington, a government shutdown threat looms. Trump blamed Democrats for loading spending bills with radical projects. He urged Republicans to oppose these measures, even if it means a shutdown. Trump framed this as a fight against reckless spending. He emphasized border security funding as a key demand. Trump dismissed concerns about shutdown impacts, focusing on long-term economic harm. He believes voters prioritize government spending over short-term disruptions. This stance pressures Republican leaders caught between Trump and responsible governance. A shutdown risks angering voters reliant on government services. Trump's strong stance challenges Republican leaders to stand with him. Healthcare was a major topic in Trump's comments. He criticized the Affordable Care Act, calling it a disaster. Trump promised a full repeal and replacement if he regains power. He envisions a free market healthcare system, increasing competition and transparency. Trump wants insurance companies to sell plans across state lines. He emphasized price transparency to empower patients. However, he was light on specific replacement details. This lack of detail leaves questions unanswered. The renewed focus on healthcare sets the stage for a major political battle. Trump's comments signal healthcare as a central issue in the next election. The conversation turned to the Senate filibuster. Trump expressed frustration, seeing it as a barrier to his party's agenda. He argued for its elimination, allowing governance with a simple majority. Trump pointed to Democrats discussing ending the filibuster for their benefit. He urged Republicans to change the rules when possible. Supporters argue the filibuster encourages moderation and compromise. It prevents wild policy swings with power shifts. Eliminating it could make politics more divided. This debate is crucial for the Senate's future. Trump's stance pressures senators to choose between tradition and political victory. A cornerstone of Trump's economic philosophy is tariffs. He defended tariffs on imported goods, especially from China. Trump sees tariffs as protecting American industries and workers. He argued tariffs level the playing field, encouraging American-made purchases. Trump highlighted his trade war with China, seeing tariffs as necessary. He dismissed critics, insisting costs are borne by foreign countries. Economists argue tariffs raise prices for American consumers. Retaliatory tariffs have hurt industries like agriculture. Despite criticism, Trump remains firm in his tariff strategy. He sees it as key to his America First agenda. The debate over tariffs is about America's role in the global economy. Trump's tariff policy faces a Supreme Court test. A case challenges his authority to impose tariffs for national security. Steel importers argue Trump overstepped constitutional powers. They claim national security was a pretext for economic protectionism. The legal argument centers on the separation of powers. The question is whether Trump exceeded authority granted by Congress. The administration defends tariffs as essential for national security. The Supreme Court's decision will have far-reaching consequences. Siding with importers could limit presidential power on tariffs. Siding with the government would affirm broad executive discretion. What does this mean for you and the country? Political divisions remain deep, with ongoing battles over key issues. The confrontational tone suggests compromise will be hard to find. Your wallet is at the center of debates over taxes, tariffs, and spending. Higher tariffs could mean higher prices. A shutdown could harm the economy. Different healthcare approaches could change insurance costs. The rules of democracy are being debated, affecting government function. The filibuster and presidential power debates shape future governance. Staying informed is crucial as these issues impact American life. Understanding different viewpoints helps make informed decisions as a citizen.